Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Ron Marshall pregame show. I'm your host, Tommy Bryan, and as always, Blue Devil head coach Ron Moose Marshall with us. Coach, it's Halloween. Any tricks you got planned for Hendersonville?
I just hope we can go out and whip them up front like we did Gallatin and stop the turnovers and come away with a victory tonight.
You're going to see a lot of the same things offensively, some different personnel types, because from what I understand, the Wall kid can really run. The Hamilton kid at quarterback, a threat to throw it or run it, but a lot of the same formations and schemes in Hendersonville that you saw last week in Gallatin.
They're almost identical. You know, they've picked up on Coach Laster's offensive scheme and defensive scheme, and kept it intact. And it's a situation where that we're really seeing a mirror of Gallatin is what it boils down to. The only thing is they do a few things a little bit differently because they have a little bit different personnel. We're going to see the jet sweep a little bit more. We're going to see them throw the football a little bit more. And their quarterback can run the football fairly well.
The option, something that figures into Hendersonville's game plan. Any particular ideas on stopping Kelly Hamilton on the option?
Well, you know, in their wing T offense, they give us little keys here and there, and we worked all week on those keys as far as what they were trying to do on the G option, the belly option, the speed option, and that's their option game they run. And if we can pick up on those keys, we'll be okay.
Defending against the option and plays like the jet sweep, does that take away from your interior defense a little bit? Do you think they may try to attack you inside? Because we're going to have to be outside conscious.
Well, when they run the jet sweep, and just like we do on the jet sweep, we have the dive and the trap that we take and run off of that to attack the interior with, and it's kind of a counter where, hey, if you're going to take and attack me inside, then I'm going to take and run the ball outside, and vice versa. So, you know, our interior line, when they see jet in motion's got to play trap and dive. They can't worry about the sweep. They got to take care of their responsibility first.
As Lebanon prepares once again for the 10th game of the season, really a lot of the same things that we talked about in the first week hold true this week. Protect the football and play good defense.
Yeah, we've gotten better, especially at some younger position. I think Chad Lanning's really matured a whole lot as the seasons went on, and Coach Hudda and I were talking the other day. He's went up against as tough a schedule as he'll ever go up against in his career, week in and week out. And these younger players, Antoine Ross and you got Andre Logue, and those kids have went up against tough people all season long, as good as they're going to see. So, you know, we've gotten some young kids with a lot of good playing experience. I'd really like to see the seniors be able to go out tonight and play their hearts out and come off the field with a victory to wind their season up, and that would be sweet, you know. But we've just got to go out and take care of business, like you said, take care of handling the football, take care of not turning the ball over, and take care of ourselves. And if we take care of ourselves, then everything else take care of itself.
Moose, good luck to you and the Blue Devils tonight.
Appreciate it, Tommy.
Stay tuned for the toss of the coin with John Bryan, and then we'll have kickoff of Lebanon and Hendersonville right after this.
Tommy, back up to you. We're ready to start this big game against Hendersonville Commandos.
John, thank you. And I think we may have some problems here with our line of sight on our wireless. We got some folks standing up here in front of us, and it may affect the line of sight of this antenna. We may have to wind up moving our antenna around just a little bit. Or not. We're gonna give it a go and see how that thing works out. And John, if you need a radio, you can come up here and get one. We've got a spare. We're going to send it back to the station. We're going to send it back to the station for this 60-second timeout, 60 seconds, and we'll be. Tell you what, let's make it a 2-minute break, 2 minutes, and we'll be back with Blue Devil football after you hear this. Tommy Bryan back with you on the Blue Devil pregame show. And this reminder, Cellular Concepts is the official cellular provider for Blue Devil football. Blue Devils taking the field. Lebanon dressed out in the solid white road uniforms. They're dressing out all those ninth graders, and they probably didn't have enough blue pants to go around for everybody. They have dressed out the entire ninth grade bunch, as well as their usual Friday night gang of about 60 football players. Hendersonville ready to take the football field. Hendersonville comes out of their end zone dressed in solid black. Black pants, black jerseys, black helmets, white numerals, gold trim, and a big white H on either side of that black football helmet. Hendersonville coached by first-year head man Bruce Hatfield, Chris Bundy, Jason Klein, Andy Griffin, Corey Lane, Jim Miller, Russ Plummer on the staff for Hatfield. For Lebanon, Randall Hutto, Steve Williams, Earl Coggins, among others on that coaching staff for Lebanon High School for Coach Ron Marshall. Lebanon will kick the football to start the game. Deep in return formation will be the talented Justin Wall, a sprinter in track, the top touchdown maker for the Commandos. Deep with him will be Ed Hollingsworth. And on the near side, Ryan Alexander. Stevens, the senior, will put the foot into the ball to start the game for the Blue Devils. And with the play-by-play call of tonight's game, here's Clyde Harville.
Okay, Tommy, thanks a lot. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Hendersonville, Tennessee. It's time to play football in Hendersonville. Lebanon's Blue Devils set to kick it off. Back is Wall Deep. Back there with him is Alexander and Hollingsworth, and Stevens is set to kick it for the Blue Devils, and he comes forward and boots it long and high. It's going to go to the short man up. That is Hollingsworth to the far side, out to the 20, to the 25, breaks a tackle to the 30, 35, roars out over the 40, to the 41, near the 42-yard line. Carrying the football, I think Hollingsworth, it is Ed Hollingsworth carrying the ball. And Hendersonville will start with great field position at their own 42-yard line.
Chris Britton on the tackle for the Blue Devils. Lebanon starts out in the 50. The center leading him out of the huddle is Sanders for the Commandos of Hendersonville.
1st and 10 for the Hendersonville Commandos. Slot man to the near side. They run it out of the wing T. Hamilton is the trigger. And they bring Alexander in motion, coming to the near side, and Hamilton wants to throw. Got plenty of time. Fires long, going for the downs. Overshoots his man down at the 20-yard line, going for Josh Schmidt. Down near the Lebanon 20, overthrew him by about 5 yards, or it was touchdown. He had 2 receivers behind the Lebanon defense, Tommy. Went for the man in the middle and overthrew him about 5 yards.
Hendersonville trying to put it away early. They fake with the motion coming across the formation, play fake to the fullback, and then they go up on top for the downs. The intended receiver, Schmidt. Hamilton's thrown for over 1,000 this year.
Wide out is Joe Slough to the near side. Hamilton gonna hand it to Wall. Wall gonna turn it at the 40. Roars out over the 45. Gets to the 46. Out near the 47. Gonna pick up about 5, 6, maybe 7 yards on the carry, and it's gonna bring up 3rd and long.
Adam Greer, Trent Thomas, and Brian Kemp combining on the tackle for Lebanon. Your linebackers for Lebanon to start tonight include Orlando Easter and Adam Greer. Kemp is your nose man. Robertson and Burns the tackles for the Blue Devils.
3rd and 5 after the 5-yard gain by Walls, the tailback. He goes in motion again, and they pitch back to him. Toss sweep to the far side. Hit behind the line. Hit twice. Breaks a tackle and squirts down the sideline. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's gone all the way. Broke 3 Lebanon tackles. It's a Hendersonville touchdown on the 3rd play of the ball game. 10:54 remaining. Lebanon had him 2 yards behind the line. He just runs away from everybody.
John Bryan, Lebanon, at least 2 Blue Devils had him in the backfield, John.
You're right, Tommy. We missed 2 big tackles there. We had the corner set, and I tell you, he made a good cut, but we just missed 2 plain tackles. We got the extra point attempt now in for
on the kick, the extra
point kicker is Jeremy Willis.
It's touchdown. The kick is up.
It looks
is no good. Off to the left as missing on the extra point.
The extra point attempt for number 14, Jeremy Willis.
Was Jeremy Willis, and Willis's extra point is no good. Hamilton was the holder. Willis did the kicking, and it's off to the left. And it's Hendersonville 6, Blue Devils nothing with 10:54 to play quarter 1. After 30 seconds, we'll be back.
58 yards. It only takes them 3 plays. Justin Wall scoring from 53 yards away. The extra point, no good. So with 10:54 left in the first quarter, Hendersonville leading Lebanon 6-0.
Back deep for Lebanon, Andre Logue. I'll get it right in a moment. is the deep man. He's in the middle. A swivel kick going to be handled and dropped. And now Backer going to fall on it back at the 17-yard line. The up man had it at the 20 for Lebanon, could not hang on to it. It squirts back to the 16, and the Blue Devils are going to put it in play with a ball just outside the Blue Devil 15-yard line. Terrible field position to start with here in the first period.
Well, the start has not been good for Lebanon. Lanning is a quarterback. Robertson is the center. Thomas and Kemp your guards. Burns and Rye the tackle. Adam Greer is the tight end.
Chad Lanning at the controls for the Blue Devils. Looks, wants to throw. Back to throw. Looking, got nobody to throw to, and is going to be eaten up back at the 9-yard line. Everybody covered downfield beautifully, and Lanning had nobody to throw to, had to eat it back at the 9. A loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be second down 17 for the Blue.
In that backfield, Orlando Easter gets the start at fullback for Lebanon. The halfback is Antoine Ross. The wingback, Aaron Pickett. Coming into the game at the split receiver is the junior Matt Lassiter.
Lassiter split wide to the left for the Blue Devils, the wide side of the field. Man in motion is Pickett, and they give it to Easter up the middle. A little bit of a hole, gets to the 10. Hendersonville closes it in a hurry, and they jam Easter as he just noses the football out over the 10-yard line, and it'll bring up third down and long. Call it third down and 16 for the Blue Devils.
Ryan Stevens comes in with the play from the sideline. Hendersonville with some beef up front. Sanders, who plays offensive center, also anchors the middle at the nose position. Another big one up front, Michael Burnett.
Sanders, a big one, 6'4", 275 pounds. Senior. Chad Lanning sets him down, straight drop back, wants to throw, hands it to the far side to Antoine Ross, hit behind the line, back at the 7-yard line, and Ross is thrown for a loss, and Hendersonville really jacked up for this one because they got a lot riding on this football game, and the Blue Devils are going to have to punt, and Stevens is going to stand at the end line or maybe 3-4 yards deep into the end zone to get this punt away, and the Blue Devils desperately need a good one here.
Kenny Lou Allen made the tackle. Back to receive is Josh Schmidt.
Schmidt in the lone safety for the Hendersonville Ball Club is back at the Lebanon 45. Here's a Stevens going to run. He's at the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to 25, and I think he missed getting the first down by a yard as he squirts out to the 24-yard line. Had to pass the 25, and Tommy came up a yard short, but handed to the Blue Devils. They almost pulled one off.
Well, they wound up having to fake. Well, it wasn't a fake. It was a bad snap, and Ryan Stevens showing some smarts there as he pulled the football down and took off running. Terry, what about the run?
Tommy Stevens runs out to the 23. He needed to make the 26, so Lebanon turns the ball over on downs.
Hendersonville leading 6-0. 8:50 to play quarter one, and the Commandos are in business again. Hamilton sets his ball club, flags fly and whistles blow, and we stop action, and let's see what's going to be called down below. Maybe illegal procedure, but let's see. It is. It'll cost Hendersonville 5, and we'll back them up from the 20. Well, let's see where they put it. From the 23 back to the 28-yard line of the Blue Devils. So Lebanon's defense has got their backs to the wall here, trailing 6-0 with 8:50 remaining in the opening period. And Hendersonville at the 28 of the Blue with a first down and 15 now. They have to go inside the 13-yard line. Hamilton, handoff to the second man through his tailback. He's going to be hit and dropped as he crosses the 25, got near the 24-yard line. Carrying the ball is Ryan Alexander. Or was it 33? No, it was 3. Alexander carrying the ball. We got a 3 and a 33. Kenny Lou Allen is 33, and 3 is Alexander.
Alexander on the season, 255 yards rushing, averaging almost 6 yards a pop.
Second down 12 now as they pick up